In the world of cricket, not many can be called God. With such great proclamation comes even greater expectations. Luckily, Sachin Tendulkar didn't let the over 1.2 billion Indians down, and they adulated him for that. The Master Blaster, as he's so often called, ruled the 22-yard cricket pitch with his heart on his sleeves. In a career spanning over 24 years, Sachin has broken and set loads of records and won the heart of many along the line. As a fan of a man who made cricket look easy, you should know a couple of things. From his time as a ball boy at the 1987 World Cup, a big bully, to being the most decorated sportsman in India's history. Here are 11 things you don't know about Sachin Tendulkar. Let's go. Number 11. He was named after his father's favorite music director. It's pretty incredible to think that a name as influential as Sachin Tendulkar's was nothing more than his father's obsession with his favorite music director. Sachin's father, Ramesh Tendulkar, was a fan of music director Sachin Dev Burman. Sachin Dev Burman was one of the most influential Indian film music composers in India during his days, and was credited for composing soundtracks for over 100 movies, both Bengali and Hindi. So we could assume Ramesh Tendulkar's childhood was shaped by some of this man's movies. On the flip, Sachin now seems like a name only associated with greatness. Before we move on, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Moving on. Number 10. His nicknames. Anyone who's followed cricket, and even those who don't follow the sport, must have heard a commenter chanting Master Blaster Sachin Tendulkar during the games, or maybe from another source. Another name he's often called is Little Master. But do you know how he earned those nicknames? Well, no one knows for sure, but there are some theories. He got the nickname Little Master passed on to him from fellow cricketer Sunil Gavaskar. The name was coined as a sly dig at their small stature and on-field authority with the cricket bat. On the other hand, some quarters believe Master Blaster was bestowed upon him because of his prolific scores in the game. Others say it's because he masterfully blasts the bowlers all around the ground. Then some fans say it was a result of an ad campaign he was involved in, where the marketer suggested the moniker as a tagline for the brand. Regardless of how the names came to being, we'd agree that the man has owned the names and lived up to the billing with some truly remarkable feats. Number 9. He once played for Pakistan. The man India loves and reveres, believe it or not, once played for Pakistan. But it is not as you think. It was unofficial. Prior to his official international cricket debut, the Bombay-born legend featured for a Pakistan team that was playing a festival match against India in Mumbai. What a shocking twist! In his recently released autobiography, he revealed this to the world, explaining how he'd played for an Imran Khan-led team before his first official international cricket debut in 1987, 2 years earlier. He also talked about how Pakistan cricketers Javed Miandad and Abdul Qadir had left the field during a lunch break, forcing the team to field 2 local lads in their place, of which he was one of the 2 selected to finish the one-day practice match. Number 8. He named his daughter after his first cup win. For a man named after his father's favorite music director, naming his daughter after something special to him is totally understandable. The Master Blaster named his daughter Sarah after the Sahara Cup. I don't see how convenient that was, but I guess you could always coin Sarah from Sahara. That aside, Sachin Tendulkar chose to name his daughter Sarah after his first tournament as captain of the India team in 1997. Who are we to judge what a man chooses to call his child? Number 7. He was a ball boy. At the tender age of 14, Sachin Tendulkar got a feel of what it was like to perform on the biggest stage by being a ball boy at the 1987 World Cup in a game between India and Zimbabwe at the Wankhede Stadium, Bombay. He'd volunteered to be part of the ball boys for the matches played in Mumbai. Luckily, he was picked and got to be part of those with a pitch-side view of the showdown. This experience spurred him to take his dream of becoming a cricketer very seriously. He also stated that watching the Indian greats in the field convinced him that he needed to work hard and be a part of the action in the middle. Number 6. He was a bully. What if you were told Sachin Tendulkar was urged to play cricket because he was constantly picking on other kids? As incredible as that might sound, it's actually true. I mean, you wouldn't think him the type to get into fights, let alone bully others. Have you seen the way he smiles? But it turned out that Sachin and his friends were big bullies and got in trouble because of the shenanigans. For a boy who was 6 years old at the time, Sachin would get into fights with his friends during recess. It got to a point where he'd been so aggressive and looked forward to fights that his elder brother, Ajit Tendulkar, had no choice but to enroll him at a cricket academy to divert his attention from all that. The Cricket Academy was Coach Ramakant Akerkar's. Number 5. He was rejected by MRF Pace Foundation. Although Sachin Tendulkar is arguably the best batsman to date, he always dreamt of a different career path. You see, Sachin wanted to become a bowler. Not just any bowler, but the fastest bowler around. So he enrolled in the MRF Pace Foundation to train as a fast bowler. However, after an underwhelming performance, Australian fast bowler Dennis Lillee, who took a world record 355 test wickets, advised Sachin to focus on his batting instead. What a priceless piece of advice that would turn out to be. I just can't imagine what Sachin would have turned out to be if he'd remained a bowler. The whole cricketing world is glad he listened to that advice. Except for the opponents he faced, that is. Number 4. He is ambidextrous. One fact about Sachin Tendulkar that many may not know is that he's ambidextrous. The cricket maestro is known to bat and bowl with his right hand, but quite strangely, he writes with his left hand. Insane, right? In an Instagram post, Sachin jokingly shared what he believes the best part of being ambidextrous is. He told his fans that since he's ambidextrous, he could eat with both hands. He further demonstrating this by eating with chopsticks in one hand and a spoon in the other. Number 3. He once waited 8 years to pop a bottle of champagne. With success comes the sweet taste of celebration. And when you're someone as unique as Sachin Tendulkar, you get to be celebrated lavishly and even get gifts. To celebrate his first Test 100 at Manchester in 1990, Sachin was gifted a bottle of a magnum of champagne. However, the rules in England prevented those under 18 from drinking, so he had to put it away for a very long time. Sachin kept this very significant drink for a more memorable moment. He didn't open the drink until the first birthday of his first child, Sarah, 8 years after he was gifted. Number 2. Sunil Gavaskar gave him a pair of his personal pads. Still on the gifts he received, Sachin received a pair of ultralight pads from former cricketer Sunil Gavaskar. So here's how that happened. When Sachin was 14 years old, after featuring for Pakistan, he was part of the Cricket Club of India, and he'd regularly played for them. In fact, the CCI had to adjust their rules to allow Sachin to use the dressing room, as he was too young to be there. So when the Bombay Cricket Association Awards came around, and Sachin didn't win the Best Junior Cricketer Award, Sunil Gavaskar gave him those pads as a consolation. Sachin Tendulkar revealed, years later, that the pads were a great source of encouragement. He would go on to surpass Gavaskar's record of 34 Test centuries. Sadly, the pads were stolen while he was at the Under-15 national camp. Number 1. He is the first sportsman to receive the prestigious Bharat Ratna. Sachin Tendulkar's career was laden with several personal and team awards and trophies. But his greatest achievement yet as a cricketer came when he was awarded the Bharat Ratna for his exemplary work and influence off the field. He's also the only Indian cricketer who has received the Arjuna Award, Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, and Padma Shri from the Indian government. Now that's how you top off your career. And that concludes today's video. What was your favorite Sachin Tendulkar fact? Is there any fact you'd like to share with the community? Be sure to leave your answers in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.